Yay, we're live. Sorry, before I didn't have my glasses on, I needed to put them on. Welcome everybody back to the series. We're talking to fans. I'm super excited today because this will probably be the youngest person I talk to about their team and why they love them and all things Houston Texans. And to be honest with you, I think it's kind of fitting because I feel like the Texans are like the baby Texans. They're like the darlings right now, the NFL. Everybody's excited for them. Everybody wants to be up next. And so, welcome. I'm so glad that you and your mom were okay with you doing this. But introduce yourself. Let us know a little bit about you. Let us know a little bit about what made you become a fan. I would love to just know a little bit more in that regard.
Okay. Hello, my name is Shep. I go to Texas State. I'm 21 years old. What made me become? I started becoming a Texans fan when I lived in Houston. They had a football camp when I was a kid, so I ended up going there, and I met some cool Texans. Jonathan Joseph, J.J. Watt, Andre Johnson. He's definitely my favorite player.
Nice.
And my 10th birthday, I got a 10-year anniversary Texans jersey. It was a JJ Watt one.
Oh, cool. So you were basically oh yeah, your mom told me she became a Texans fan when you were in her belly.
Right.
So yeah, okay. This is so cool.
Exactly. So it has like the like on my JJ Watt, it has a like a big 10-year anniversary patch.
Got it. Okay.
I try to keep that back at home. I don't want to lose that. That's my favorite jersey.
Oh,
And watching Andre Johnson and when I was a kid, I got an autograph from him because my dad had like a cousin that worked for like the Texans. He was like a on the training staff or something. I don't know, but he
okay.
ended up getting me an autograph from Andre Johnson. So that made me smile ear to ear.
Yeah, that's so cool. So your whole life you've been a Texans fan.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Of
I
course,
love that.
my team.
Yeah. And I know, and again, like don't go into too much detail, but I know that you played football in high school. And so how cool was it for you to like have an NFL team that you got to watch kind of, well, at the time when you were in high school, they had their moments. And to now, like how have you feel like being a fan has evolved? Has it been fun? Has it been exciting? What are your thoughts about like your life history so far being a Texans fan?
Being a Texans fan, it's been a bit rocky, But I did like say around 2012 and stuff. That's when we had a real good team. So
Mhm.
I used to go to elementary school bragging about my team and all. When I got to high school and stuff, playing football, I just thinking about like the my favorite like player that plays for my position that I played. So
Okay.
I would say like my favorite player was like DeMeco. Actually, he was like
Really?
I was a defensive end.
That's so cute. I love this. Okay, keep going.
JJ Watt, of course, because that's one of the best defensive ends.
Yeah.
I like watching them. And high school, it was really rocky because we were good at a certain time. It didn't like 2019. It didn't all that we traded off players and stuff, so that really hurt my heart. But hey, I'll say it's been pretty good up and down, But I remember one story when in high school when the Texans when we were in the playoffs when we were playing the Chiefs, we
Oh
were
no. Oh no. I was there that game. Oh no.
up 24-0. I fell asleep. I was happy. I was with my friends. I woke up. We're down. Bawled my eyes out. That hurt my.
The thing is, and obviously I'm older than you, but one of the things I love about sports is when you're a kid, you learn how to be a team and all that stuff, which is great. It's a great life skill. I think though, when you're a fan of a sports team, you start to learn like life isn't fair. People are going to disappoint you. Losing sucks. It's like it teaches you all of these life lessons that you don't really want to learn, but you have to learn it because it's true. Like life isn't fair. Everything doesn't go the way you want it to go sometimes.
The Texans
So
they brought me trust issues, especially our Bill O'Brien when he was our head coach in G. That just trust issues and just
yeah.
all that.
Who was the one guy that got traded that you were like, are you kidding me?
Oh, DeAndre Hopkins for sure. That
Okay.
ah that that day it goes down in history. It was one of the worst days I've been through. Man, it was I think I can remember vividly where I was at. It hurt my heart. So that,
Yeah.
when JJ ended up leaving, that made me sad too. So
Yeah, you know what? Like I hear you. It's interesting because we all have those as fans. Obviously, some of us have it more than you because we're older, but we all have those moments. I always tell people the moment I knew Kobe was going to retire because you can just tell, you just know it's kind of winding down. And I'll never forget the moment it actually hit me. Like before he even announced it, like I was like, I'm not ready. Like, so it's just, so I got you when your guy leaves your team and now you're just, yeah. And that was bad. I felt like everybody was leaving at that point. It was like a dumpster fire, quite frankly. It was just dumpster fire. Yeah, well, now we're back. So tell us a little bit about what the Texans have done. Free agency. Obviously, we know there's been some big splashes. Would love to hear your thoughts on like how you feel like they've done in free agency.
So free agency, favorite pickups. I liked the Daniil Hunter pickup. That was a real good pickup. To pair him with Will Anderson, so he'll
Yeah,
teach him a lot of good things. I also like the which one? Stephon Diggs, of course. That was a big.
yeah.
I hope it doesn't come with drama, but
No. So I just want to tell you, I did talk to a Bills fan already, and one of the things that the Bills fan said that I didn't think about is that they thought he just was done with Buffalo. Like they thought it was just time. And so I hope that that's true, and he goes to the Texans and has like a different, outlook and stuff like that.
I believe probably Buffalo is probably depressing over there. It's freezing cold. Every time you wake up, you got to shovel your front yard. It's just like I know it's just a problem. So coming to Houston, you have a good quarterback. He has a good culture. He has a good vibe. So I feel like
Yeah,
they've been pretty locked in from what I've seen on Texans Twitters and stuff. So
yeah.
like I believe so because I would want to leave Buffalo too. Like
I can't blame them.
yeah, I would come to Houston
And and you get to play in a dome in Houston, so at least all of your home games, you know what the weather's going to be.
in the best stadium you could be at. It's win-win.
I
But
love that.
I like the I like the Al Al Shair. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he plays linebacker. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
I like that
Wait,
pick.
y'all got him too in free agency?
Yes, that was a big pickup. So he that brings a lot of speed with our young other linebacker Christian Harris.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a good little duo right there. And then I honestly an underrated pickup that I like that people didn't seem to like on Twitter was Jeff Okuda. I feel like he has good athleticism right there. So
Yeah.
if I feel like if anybody can get him right, it's DeMeco. So I have no
True.
I have no
I
worries.
don't. I don't know if you know this or not. I'm a Steelers fan, so I'm a firm believer in coaching being able to bring the best out of you. Like some coaches just can relate
Yeah.
better to some of the players. Did you guys get a running back? Did you get Mixon?
Yes, we did
What?
get that was
Okay. Okay.
that was
Okay.
another big pickup we got that helps y'all out actually a little
Yeah,
bit.
I don't want to play them. I don't want to play against them. Send them more somewhere else. So that's good. So, like expected, the Texans, well, they had a great year this year. So it's nice to see what they did in free agency. And I have so many questions about Stroud, but I will wait until after this next question because I think it will kind of complete the team. But what do you think about the draft? How do you feel like you all did in the draft? Did you love it? Did you like it? Did you have a favorite pick? What are your thoughts?
I feel like the draft was solid. We just had to fill in holes, you know what I'm saying? We got good players. We got good players at our each position. So like filling in a team with young players that are like that'll come up, learn. They don't have to step in right away and play.
Yeah.
So like players that can just learn. My favorite pickups, I have two actually. This dude named Kamari Lassiter. He's from Georgia.
Yeah, okay.
People say he doesn't have the best speed, but like if you have good technique and you're able to, stay on a person's hip and move your hips and stuff, like I feel like
Yeah.
you'll be fine. I like his motor, like he's ready to hit people,
Yeah. I
like
love that. Okay. Who else you got? Who else did you like?
the safety from USC. His name is Kalen Bullock.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be I feel like he's gonna be a ball hawk. He's all around the field. He ran like a 4.4, so he got some good speed to him.
That's
One
great.
more. CJ Stroud's old teammate, his name is Cade Stover. That's gonna be he. DeMeco and Nick actually, they always talk about how they love his personality and he's
Oh,
perfect player.
that's always good.
Oh yeah,
It's always good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I like how they draft humble players that like want to come and play and they actually have a good motor. So
Yeah.
if you play and don't have attitude problems, then hey, sign me up for it.
Yeah, I agree. I always say, and like I said, I know you're younger, but maybe you'll relate to this. I think sometimes we forget that sports, yes, you need great athletes, you need great talent, you need talent. I got that. But the people who kind of fill holes are sometimes the people that have like really great attitudes, that are gritty, that want to show up to work, that are going to hold people accountable, that will make people laugh. Like all of those like X factors that you don't really, he might not be the best player, but every time that guy is out there, your team is better. And it's like, I don't know what we call those people, but you need those people. And I don't think we give enough celebration to those type of players that we couldn't do this without you. It's usually the offensive line
Right.
that nobody ever talks about until you're not good. Then everybody talks about you. But I love that. I love the guys that just like come in, great spirit, great attitude,
Oh
make
yeah.
people feel good. That's awesome.
Sure. Like yeah, we have a lot of those guys that come in and just they can be able to learn. Like we picked up an offensive lineman. He can learn from Laramie Tunsil. He can learn from Titus Howard.
Oh, so Tunsil's still there.
Yes. He's
Okay.
getting a little old, but he's still able to move people.
Can I say, I don't know if you remember this or not, but did O'Brien get him when he was there, or did he come the first year O'Brien left?
I think O'Brien picked him up, so
Okay.
wait. Actually, I
It was close. It was close.
I think that we picked him up when Nick Casario became our GM. I don't know.
Okay.
That's real close, so I don't know really.
It was very close because and the reason I'm asking is because Jeremy Thompson, I'm gonna look it up, is because I remember I used to say, well, the one thing Bill O'Brien got right is that he got Laramie.
Oh, perfect.
Because go ahead.
That's a perfect player for us.
Yeah. So that was in 2000. 5 years later, Jeremy. I don't know. I'll look it up. It doesn't matter. But because I remember. So, do you watch college football?
Oh yes, I love college
Okay.
football.
So I remember when he was supposed to get drafted really high, right? And then was he smoking or what? I don't know. Some picture came out or something. Right. Okay. Yeah. So he was doing the gas mask. So then he dropped in the draft. And I just remember thinking, like, I just felt good. I didn't know, but I just was like, he felt good. But then when he dropped, I was like, one day he's going to make somebody happy. I never thought in a million years, like it would almost come back around and be at the Texans at this time. Because I feel like the Texans might be one of the hottest teams in football.
Oh yeah.
So speaking of that, tell me about CJ Stroud. Tell me how you feel about him as a fan. Tell me how the fan base feels about him. Tell me all the CJ Stroud stuff that you're hearing being a fan.
What I see every day on Texans Twitter, they praise CJ. So like lately he's been on like a little world tour. I see like he going around. I think he went to Tokyo. I think
Yes, with Michael Parsons.
Yeah, with Micah Parsons. So he seems like he's been going to like different podcasts, interviews, and all that. So he seems like a very like good personality.
Yeah.
All-star game, played a celebrity game. So that was pretty cool. So But yeah, like Texans fan, we love him. He's a,
Yeah.
as long as he can keep slinging the ball, and
Yeah.
let us win. Hopefully, he can bring us some Super Bowls. But he's definitely a good personality. Somebody kids like enjoy. Like yeah, you watch videos, he's teaching little kids how to like run routes and stuff like that. So he's definitely a great personality that you want on your team. And him pairing up with DeMeco, those are two great personalities together. So he's
Yes. So tell me about your head coach. What do you love about DeMeco Ryans?
he I like his energy. Like he'll whoop like a good play. He's all jumping around,
He does.
and hype. Being a former player, for our team, he's able to relate with them, and he's able to our old team, like our old players, they come and like see all his
They do. You're
yeah.
right. Yeah. I mean, did you see just recently? JJ was like, I'm staying season ready. Like, if he needs me. And I just thought, like, that's amazing. Like, that's what you want is that. Yeah. I like that for D'Amico.
I hope JJ does. That would be cool. Like we we would have to be in like the Super Bowl or the conference game or something for that to think though.
Yeah. Well, you know what the thing is about JJ is even if he doesn't make a play, let's say he doesn't make a single play,
This is
he has a good motor,
yeah,
he has a great personality, and he will lift up play.
right.
So you can't beat that. I
That
mean,
all you have to hear is that all you have to see is him running out and that turn down for what, and everybody.
right. Yeah. They'll have to bring that back for him if he does. If he does, and obviously, like I said before, I'm a Steelers fan, so I have one of the Watts. So yeah, it's like the things again, like we were talking about before. Yes, they happen to be great players and all those things, but they also are bringing other things that sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need your defensive line to step it up. Sometimes you need your linebackers to do something. It's like it's not just about your star players making a play, which they're supposed to, but it's about everybody else too.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, they have to.
So I have a question about somebody that we all know him, but a lot of people usually don't talk about him is Will Anderson.
Okay.
So as a Texas fan, I saw Will Anderson twice, his junior or his sophomore year, and then again his junior year. And I was about tired of seeing him. But well, he wasn't here last year, but you know what I mean? Like I was watching him because he's Will Anderson. How do you feel with him? What do people say about him? Does fan base like him? I'm assuming they do, but like, what do you hear about Will Anderson?
Seems like a real quiet guy, but at the same time on the field, he'll turn it on. He'll turn on
Yeah.
like all the energy and stuff. He I like his motor. He's definitely a player that DeMeco I could tell wanted on his team.
Yeah.
Both being from Alabama, so that brings a bond. And Daniil Hunter coming in and being able to help him and teach him some things, get him hopefully swelled up a little bit more.
Yeah. He's a little small.
Yeah, he's a little skinny for a DN.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
he put him on his protein plan or something like that and get him buffed up. So I feel like
Yeah.
he's a very good player.
I love that. Okay. Well, tell me what your biggest concern is heading into the season. Like, as you look, because you guys have done a great job building the roster, obviously phenomenal coaching, phenomenal, like all the things we know. What are some things that you as a fan, you're kind of going, oh gosh, this thing or what is that for you?
So what I've been saying for a while is this is Jalen Petre's redemption year because
Mm.
he had a sophomore slump last year. He was missing tackles, missing easy picks. Not easy. Not it's easy. It looks easy to
I
me.
gotcha. Yeah.
But also, we just got to keep that offensive line healthy. Like we have a rookie. We had a not a rookie. It was his second year. Kenyon Green. We got from Texas A&M.
Okay.
His first two seasons, he's been hurt so far. So it's just like, man, you
Mm.
healthy. Then Titus Howard coming back from his injury. Hopefully he can stay healthy. Our wide receiver Tank Dell. I'm hoping he can stay healthy.
Yeah. How is Tank? How's his recovery? Is he on pace? Have you seen anything in the news?
Yeah, he's already set to go. I've been watching. He's been doing like workout videos on his Instagram.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
Okay. The
running.
can Can I just say, obviously, being where we're at in Texas, the one thing I don't want to see this year is let's not have any play calls where Tank Dell is running down the center of the field.
Like he's 150 pounds soaking wet. So like,
let's never do that again.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Like, well, you know what's terrible is I don't remember what week it was because of course I was just kind of watching, but there was a week, probably 4 or 5 weeks before he actually got hurt, where I felt like he did the similar thing. And I feel like I can vividly remember him jumping up to catch the ball. And I remember thinking, why is this little guy running in the middle of the, like, because don't you guys have, what is his name? I know he plays with the Texans. I think he's a receiver. I think he's like 6'4". I can't think of his name. But there's, who?
Noah Brown?
Somebody, my point is there's other options. The guy is tiny.
He was a rookie last year. He's pretty big. Xavier Hutchinson. He's big. Like I'll say like 6'3", 4.
Yeah, I get it. You know, I get it. I'm a fan on the couch, right, yelling at these coaches that have 1,000 things going through their mind. But I just kept thinking like, this can't be good. This can't be good. And then he's a little bitty thing. Bless his heart. He's amazing. But there's other people that can do that.
It wasn't the smartest play call at all. I was like, hey, come on, man. He was 700 plus yards, finna hit 1,000 in a few more weeks. So it's just like, hey, man, you got to make smarter play calls than that. But I trust in Bobby. Bobby Slowik's a good he's a good offensive coordinator. Some plays are a little questionable, like running the ball on 3rd and 10. I don't know. Sometimes it's just a little.
Can I be honest with you? I think sometimes these coaches fall in love with their playbook more than they see what's happening in the game. I know when we were chanting "Fire Matt Canada" and literally going to battle every day on Twitter to get him out of Pittsburgh, he was doing things. It's like, I get that play probably worked 100 times in practice. That's fine. But your offensive line has blocked nobody today. It's not going to work.
It's horrible. Matt Canada, I don't know what he was doing, man.
Nothing. He was doing nothing.
We played y'all. I think that was week 4. It was like he had some questionable play calls. I was like, hey, luckily they didn't have a good offensive coordinator.
It's so bad. It was so bad. I mean, you know, and of course, like as a fan, I tell everybody, any fan base, what you do is you ride this wave, right? Sometimes you're up, your team's trajectory is going well. And then before you know it, you're like, uh-oh, what the hell is that? You know, and it's like this weird thing. And it's like, we're good everywhere else. And then here comes our offensive coordinator. And literally everyone is like, why do y'all have that guy? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't.
How do you feel about Russell Wilson being y'all's quarterback?
I am super excited. So I'm excited. So to put this in context, we had Mitch Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, and Mason Rudolph.
Tragic.
So you tell me I can get rid of those 3 and I can get Russell Wilson and Justin Fields all day, all the time. Yes, please.
I like
Yeah, I like him too. So I'm excited. I mean, again, it's Mike Tomlin's team. He's got to figure it out. He needs to figure out who the starter is and who whatever. I have the luxury of a little bit of privilege when it comes to the Steelers because I trust that they will do the right thing. So we'll see. I mean, people were talking about Wilson last year. Wilson statistically, physically, and just the eye test was better than any quarterback we had.
Sean Payton just didn't like him.
I don't think he did either.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a good year for him because Mike Tomlin gonna get him right. I feel like he just says something to players that get some fire.
Yeah. You know what I think it is? I think, and this isn't about me, so let's start talking about the Steelers, but the thing that Mike Tomlin does well, I don't know if do you have anybody in your life where sometimes, and it could be your mom, sometimes you're just you're like feeling away or you're just like whatever. And then that person can just say something to you and you're like, you're right. I can do this. You know, he does that. and maybe it's just leadership. Maybe that's his leadership quality, is that he can motivate people and he can make people just be amazing. Because I always say, like, think about all the stars that have left Pittsburgh. After they leave Pittsburgh, you kind of don't hear from them.
Yeah.
And they fall, and you have your Antonio Browns and your Le'Veon Bells, and you're like, what happened to those guys? Like, are they okay? What'd you say?
I said they all become like insane.
Right. So, like, what was Mike Tomlin doing to keep you guys like? So, anyways, there's something he's doing where I'm like, you know what? I will sit back and I will trust this man and I will let him cook, let him do what he needs to do. And I'll be like this. And then when I don't like something, I will let him have it on Twitter. So that's just kind of where I'm at. So talk to me about y'all's schedule. So I know that anytime you win a division, your schedule is usually harder the next year. And then obviously you always have the divisional games. But I would love to hear your thoughts on like who you think is going to be a tough game this year, teams that you're kind of looking out for. What do you think about the schedule?
So I'm looking forward to playing Buffalo. I don't know which week yet, but I'm looking forward to playing them. Our the Chiefs. We play the Chiefs. That's
Okay.
I'm hoping we get our Cowboys. I love.
Oh, you went on mute for a second. Say that one more time about the Cowboys.
I said I will hope to see the Cowboys versus Texans on Thanksgiving.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. So are the Texans playing the NFC East, or do they just have the Cowboys on the schedule this year? Do you know?
Just have the Cowboys, but I think they're playing the NFC West. I think they play NFC West this year.
So who is that? 49ers,
Uh,
Seattle,
the Cardinals,
Cardinals. Okay.
Rams.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm old enough to remember that battle is historically the Russell Wilson led Seattle Seahawks, and so like that's how old I am. So okay. So
Games.
has
Our hardest games is going to be definitely our division games because our division is getting tough. It's
it is
getting wide receivers. Titans. We have the Jaguars and the
Colts.
Yeah, Colts. That's gonna be a good team, I think, with Anthony Richardson. So it's gonna be a tough year for sure.
Yeah. How do you feel? Has DeMeco? Y'all didn't play the 49ers this year, right?
No, man, we didn't.
Okay, so he hasn't played them yet since he's been gone. Okay, cool. So that will be another good one just for viewing purposes.
That's gonna be a great one because they always talk about Brock Purdy and C.J. Stroud. So we're gonna see, and I feel like now we have better wide receiver firepower than
Yeah.
them. So it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a great season, honestly, because we have the weapons to do. We just gotta
Mm-hmm.
put it all together. That's all you got.
Yeah.
All you gotta do.
You said they talk about Brock Purdy and CJ Stroud. And in what way? How do they put them in the same sentence?
For some reason, I don't understand it, but they just try to compare it because I think when CJ Stroud was doing well and doing healthy during the season, they were trying to compare them because they both were like in MVP conversations. And
Oh, okay, that's fine. Because
so
I'm like, CJ Stroud is no Brock Purdy. Like,
like they tried to like compare them that way because they say, oh, they're both MVP candidates, who's better or whatever. And I'm just like, come on, man. Like
we know who's better.
if last year CJ Stroud had McCaffrey, Kittle, Ayuk, and Debo Samuel, and then CJ Stroud, we probably would have went to the Super Bowl.
No, if you put CJ Stroud on the 49ers team, they win the Super Bowl. There's no
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's no question, actually. It just is. We're all figured out. We're all praising the 49ers because they didn't take care of business, and now we all have to deal with the Chiefs another year. But you know what? Kudos to the Chiefs. They've earned it. It's nothing bad, but when you're on the top of the mountain, you get all the crap. And so they're getting it right now, and I'm happy to give it to. So what else? Tell me anything else you want to tell me about your Texans, anything else that you feel like you're hearing or that you're seeing that maybe the media is not talking about.
Okay.
Anything we should know that that would be great for us to know?
Sorry about my chips and stuff in the back. But
No, it's okay. Listen, you're in college, okay? Like you showed up early, you're prepared. You're doing great. You're doing great.
so I'm excited about our new uniforms that just came out. I can't wait to see how we pair them up, with different like styles. Say like
Okay.
the red with the white, all red and stuff. So it's all
Yeah.
yeah, they're all fire. The new helmets are cool. I like
Nice.
the new what is it, alternates. So like
Yeah, everyone's getting like a third one, right? Or something like that.
I love those with the H-Town blue and the
Yeah.
red around it. It's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to those, seeing those like on our players and stuff. Because you only see it on certain players. You only see it on. I haven't seen a picture with C.J. Stroud in our new uniforms yet. So because he's been going around the
I
world.
was just saying, well, he's not even in the country. He's busy. He's booked and blessed right now.
I want to see how each player like styles them. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to take cool pictures and seeing all that stuff. I'm gonna buy me at least two of them.
Yeah.
I don't know about the white one, but I'm definitely gonna get the two blue ones and the red. I'm probably gonna get three, honestly.
Yeah. Can I just tell you the one thing that and I am going to talk about the Bengals here. I love when they bring out their Bengal helmets
Oh
and it's
yeah,
like the white with I'm like,
yeah.
I don't
Those
think
are
those
cool.
are better helmets. And I don't give them credit for anything because I'm not supposed to. But
Yeah,
that helmet and those uniforms with that Bengal look, I'm like, I don't know if anything looks more
right.
crisp and
Yeah,
it just looks good.
it pops for sure. That's
Mm-hmm.
uniform right there. So I like that one.
Yeah.
The
Um,
helmet.
there was something else I was going to ask you. I forgot. Oh, how do you feel like it's in the off season? So this, I don't know if this is like you can answer this because I don't know if anybody can really. How do you feel in your mind when you picture this team? Like, let's go there. How do you feel like everybody looks and fits together? So what I mean by that is like you have CJ Stroud at quarterback, you bring in a running back, you bring in a wide receiver, and it feels like you're bringing in like key positions.
Right.
How do you feel like obviously you should be excited because those players are amazing, but like do you see it when you close your eyes and you visualize it? Like, how do you see it working? Like, do you see you guys becoming like running back heavy because you kind of can based off what you're running back?
Right.
How do you see the balance? Like, how do you see the offense working now that you have more offensive firepower than you had last year?
See, I feel like we still gonna have to run the ball to open up play actions and
Okay.
like being able to run the ball that can manage the game. Being able to have you know
Uh oh, you're breaking up a little bit.
oh
You might be
sorry,
getting.
hear
Oh,
me?
okay. So, yeah, I can hear. I was going to say somebody might be driving by. Sometimes certain cars and trucks will make your phone kind of go in and out.
Yeah, I stay right by a highway, so
Oh, okay. There you go.
yeah. So what was I saying?
You were just saying you think they'll be balanced
Oh yeah,
and do what they need to do.
having the a great running game, that's going having the clock on your side, being able to take the clock down and stuff like that. But I feel like
Yeah.
DJ always gonna be able to find his receivers. Like even having Noah Brown get 170 yards, like nobody heard of Noah Brown before that. Like
Nope.
so like he had back-to-back games 150 and 170 yards. So like CJ's gonna find he's gonna find who's ever's open. So like
Yeah.
as long as you don't complain, like if Diggs don't complain, then that'll be beautiful. Everybody
Yeah.
gotta stay healthy, and that's
Yeah.
one thing.
I don't think Diggs will. I think Diggs will be fine.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah. I think it'll be fine.
and they're already like clicked in. Tank Dell, C.J. Stroud, C.J. I think they went to L.A. and I think it was him, C.J. Stroud, Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, and this streamer named Sketch. And they all were just like running routes out there together, throwing the
Yeah.
ball.
I'm old, but I think I know who Sketch is.
Yes,
I
he.
think. Is
I
he
think
does he
he
live stream?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay. I'm like, I think I know. Listen, usually people say names and I'm like, wait, who? What?
right.
Is
Like
that?
I'm getting into streaming too. Like I'm starting to react to like Texans games when the season starts
Oh,
and
cool.
give my opinion on the games. And I play Madden, so I always play with the
Yeah.
Texans. Yeah.
Well, let me just say, like I said at the beginning of this, like you will be the youngest person that I talked to about this because, and to be honest, like I asked your mom several times, I'm like, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?" Because I get it, like not
Yeah.
every parent wants, like some. You're just a football fan, and she understood that, and she was like, "No, he's gonna love it. He loves the Texans." So I thought, okay, but I love hearing your perspective because you're a younger fan. I
Right.
feel like so many times as older people, we expect younger, I'm not going to call you kids, we expect younger men and women to already have like certain things about themselves, and they're young men and women. You're not like the way I want you to see things the way you see things,
Right.
because that's what keeps it fun and fresh and
Oh yeah.
interesting. And I love that. So thanks for just like being willing to talk to me about your team.
Oh yeah.
I think, I mean, you guys have a great team, so it's an easy team to talk about. We don't have to like talk about how terrible things are because believe it or
Or
not, sometimes it's like,
not more at least.
yeah, it's bad. So I will ask just one more question, then I'll open it up for you to tell me anything that you think. What do you think your record will be this year? Now, you don't have to be like, oh, 12-5 or say anything specific, but like, do you think you all should win the division? Do you see a playoff run? Like, how do you feel like you all should be this year?
See, I'm gonna be realistic because our schedule is pretty good. I say like about 11-6.
Okay.
I see it dropping about 6 games.
Okay.
Definitely first in our division. Yeah, for sure. Because we just I feel like we can dog walk all of them. It's all
Yeah,
good.
they're not very good right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're getting better.
I will say the Jaguars maybe.
Yep,
I just
and
don't know enough about them.
The Colts always give us problems every year.
Okay, so that's the team for okay.
Yeah.
So I talked to a Colts fan and he said they have trouble beating Jacksonville.
Oh yeah. For
And so
some
I talked to the Titans fan, and I
Mhm.
believe she said they have trouble beating you guys.
Oh yeah. And we have we have trouble with beating the Colts, but the Jaguars we always beat them. Yeah. It don't matter.
It's so fun. That's so funny
It don't
because
matter how good they are.
yeah, it's so funny because that's what she like. Each person so far has said like a different team, which
Yeah.
makes the division go really because you don't ever know like okay this team's supposed to win but we can
Right.
never beat these guys. Like I don't remember what he was saying. I can't remember how many games he said it had been, and he was like, "It's just we cannot beat the Jaguars.
Right.
We
Every
just
time
can't beat them."
every time a Jaguars fan tries to argue with me in like a Twitter comment, I just post they have a record. I think we beat them. Our record against them is like 25 and like 13 or 14.
It's wild.
Yeah, it is. So I just send them the picture of that, and he just be like, "Oh, what happened?" I'm just like, like literally, y'all had the division. Y'all had the division on lock last year.
Mhm.
They like literally before winter break, they was posting claim your playoff tickets now, and
They were.
all of a sudden they dropped the. It's just
So
horrible.
funny story there. So I at some point they beat the Steelers.
Mhm.
And when they beat the Steelers, they took our terrible towels and were like jumping on them and all the stuff, right? And I don't know if you've heard about the terrible towel curse. And after that,
Horrible.
they were terrible. And then the best kind of icing on the cake is they lose to the Titans at the very last game of the season, which knocks them out of the playoffs.
Watch
But
that
what
one.
it did is it put us in the playoffs.
Uh,
So it's like always this thing where it's like, yeah, you beat us. You didn't know how to act. You did the whole thing with terrible towels. And don't do that. Leave the children where they're at. Like it's like leave the terrible towels alone. And it
yeah.
all came back around. It's like that karma, man. She shows up and she does not care.
Don't mess with
What
the
you
towels. Don't mess with the towels.
don't mess with the towels. And I always tell you, if you don't like them, you don't like them. But don't mess with it. Don't touch it. Just leave it alone. Just let it be what it's going to be.
That's how you get karma.
That's it. That's it. Leave it alone. So, anything else you want to share with us? I've tried to get better asking teams like, what is y'all's hashtag? Like, what do you have like a?
Um, we we are Texans, but
Okay.
got new uniforms. It's what was it again? Was it? I think it was like H Town up, something like that.
That's better than We Are Texans, actually,
Yeah,
because I feel like We Are Texans is very close to UT
right.
because UT says We Are Texas.
Yeah, so I like H Town up, horns up.
H Town Up is pretty cool. You're probably too young for this, but I
Actually,
just heard I just heard Ludacris in my head.
for real.
What did he say? Like A Town? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I remember it. It's H Town made. I'm sorry.
H Town May. Okay, yeah. I mean that's better than like We Are Texas. Like
Yeah, we are.
let's.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Glad,
Well,
glad
I'm all in. Like I can cheer for the Texans as long as they're not playing my Steelers,
right.
and I will.
Yeah.
I watch them every week. You would think they're my team, they're not. But I'm tuned in.
Right.
So I'm excited for you guys. I've said it a couple times already in this episode, but I think that I truly believe you guys are the darlings of the NFL, and I think it's perfect for all the right reasons. You're doing all the right things. Free agency look good, the draft look good, everything just looks good, and now it's just time to like continue to build and bring out some consistency.
I'm pumped up.
Um,
I'm pumped
yeah,
up.
you should be. So, anything else? Last things you want to share with us? For all your other Texans fans that will listen to this and have their opinions, let me just. I need to caveat this by saying this. I usually don't do this because I'm grown and I don't care what people have to say about me. But if any of my comments comes after this young man because of his opinions on the Texans, if your opinions are different, we don't give a damn. Leave your opinions where your opinions are at. These are his opinions. He can say what he wants about his team. I will not accept any crap in the comments about this young man. Talk about me. Do not talk about him. So I just needed to put that out there.
It's all good. It's all good. No hard feelings.
Awesome. Anything you want to end on? Anything you want to say just to get us all excited and ready and kind of jealous of your organization for being on the upswing right now?
All I gotta say is CJ Stroud. We're going to the bowl. We're going to the bowl.
That'd be awesome. Wait, can I ask? Have you asked your mom if you go to the Super Bowl, can you go?
The way my pocket's looking, I probably won't gonna make it.
It's okay. You can go to the parade. You can go to the parade.
For my TV.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, and I hope the Texans have the best season ever this year.
I hope the Steelers have a great one too.
Yeah, thank you.
Most def. All good.